Erotic ads are constantly applied by many renowned firms such as Sisley, Diesel, and Tom Ford, to name a few. Despite such ads' proven influence, their increased use obliges that research unearths a mechanism explaining their impact, and the paradigm of psychological distance and constructible theory can well serve that purpose. But what is psychological distance, and what is constructible theory? Psychological distance is a subjective distance we perceive from all other entities like humans, events, or objects. It includes various dimensions such as a temporal, something that happens in the present versus something that happens in the future, or a social one, something that happens to me versus something that happens to a stranger. Construct level, on the other hand, shows how we interpret things. A high construct level means interpreting things abstractly or in a why-like manner, while a low construct level means interpreting things concretely or in a how-like manner. For instance, think about an activity such as locking a door. A high construct level means an abstract, why-related interpretation. Why am I locking the door? To secure the house. While a low construct level means a more concrete or how-related interpretation. How do I lock the door? By inserting a key in the lock. Psychological distance and construct level are the cornerstones of construct level theory, while overall they are positively related such that the higher the psychological distance, the higher the construct level. In our research, by adopting construct level theory in explaining reactions to erotic ads, we accomplish an array of objectives. First, we establish the link between psychological distance and construct level. Second, we verify what are consumers' responses and how they vary. Third, we uncover the role of ethical judgments and their impact on consumers' attitudes and behaviors. And fourth, we investigate the influential roles of consumer sex and moral attentiveness, namely, a psychographic trait showing individuals' chronic consideration of moral elements in their experiences. Based on 2 experimental studies with more than 1,200 consumers, we identified a strong link between psychological distance and construct level for erotic ads, as well as that based on psychological distance, construct level, consumers' reactions differ such that the lower the level, the more intense the ethical, attitudinal, and behavioral responses. Moreover, we found that an increase in the ad's erotic intensity level induces consumers' objections, as well as that when consumers act under low psychological distance construct level, ethical judgments impact attitudes and behaviors more strongly. Finally, we discovered that it is mostly women and high morally attentive consumers that object to erotic ads of a moderate to high erotic intensity level. Overall, our work bears important implications for academicians and practitioners. Academicians now know that by considering consumer sex as well as moral attentiveness level, psychological distance and construct level theory provide a solid mechanism explaining erotic ads' multiple effects on viewers across various levels of erotic intensity. On the other hand, practitioners now confirm the need to be cautious when using erotic ads, knowing that a lower erotic intensity level is more effective and a higher erotic intensity level will be less objected to only when viewers work under a high psychological distance construct level. Conversely, when people, and especially women, as well as high morally attentive persons, act under a low psychological distance construct level, they strongly object to erotic ads, thus forcing marketeers to carefully consider that when applying such ads, they should target the appropriate audiences.